You know what I mean? Music, you got to overstand. You know what I mean?
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Definitely got to get out there early. There's going to be a lot of groups out there.
Let's start to
Now, build a fantastic format first, you know, because we don't want to jump the floor and not jump the gun, you know. Fantastic format, them have to get big up, straight up to the max.
That's right.
Yeah, keep reggae music on the heels, you know.
Alright?
Yeah, for real.
I'm going to let everybody know once again, Reggae Fest, that's going down today at 1 o'clock at the Green Underhill Park, 2701 Walnut Signal Hill in Long Beach. $30 in advance and $40 at the gate. Go check that out.
Don't be late.
No doubt, no doubt.
Hey, well, I got a couple questions. Just to make sure the masses know, where you come from, where all our music is coming from. You said, like you mentioned, you come from Kingston.
Yeah.
Kingston, part of Jamaica.
Yeah.
You started off at, a very, very early age. Young youth.
Yeah.
I started off, I read where you started off working with local sound systems in the area.
Yeah, well, in Jamaica, back in the early days when I was coming up as a young entertainer, that was how you have your music and have the people knowing you and loving you. You wasn't given an opportunity to go directly into a recording studio.
Right.
You first had to make your name and prove yourself worthy from in the dance hall, and this was, this was customary. You had to do it, It's called paying your dues to the streets.
You gotta pay your dues.
To the street.
Yeah.
So you stay in the trenches until you surface.
Yeah.
So how'd you get your break?
When the break come, after going around to many recording studios, having many doors closing your face because the recording business in Jamaica is an easy thing to get into when you're not already in it. So, I finally get a chance to record for one Mr. Winston Ryan and the Techniques label. Yeah, we are record a song called Stamina Daddy, which was getting a lot of huge play in inner city communities and
how did he know about you already? Just from seeing you?
No, when they say to me, I used to walk the streets. I walk the streets and make myself known. DJ enough dance, enough fests, a lot of barbecues.
Right.
We work the streets,
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
just like what we're doing now at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Right. Here in Los Angeles.
The work never stopped.
No, never.
So Stamina Daddy, also Big It Up. That was another big tune.
Yeah, well, that came after I hooked up with Penthouse Records about 2 years later, and I started making music with the genius Dave Kelly.
Dave Kelly.
Yeah, we start making music like Love My Browning, a whole lot of songs, Serious, Me I Forget You Tonight, and Batty Rider.
Yeah.
And music is still a vibe,
Yeah.
But
Love
in
Black
those
Woman.
days, it was in the embryonic stage, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then 1992, Mr. Mention album.
Yeah, when Mr. Mention album now came with a collection of all the hits that was done from 1990 till then.
Yeah.
And some previously unreleased songs,
Yeah.
Which really and truly get the people aware that Buju Banton is around. Songs like No Respect, Disrespect,
Yeah.
Music like the music that's on the album, Mr. Mention. The people are aware that there's an entertainer by the name of Buju Banton musical contribution,
Yeah. And also, a big thing about that album, Mr. Mention, you gotta mention it, is it broke all the records in Jamaica for record sales.
Yeah, well, that album was a very well-received album, And we must say in those days, the music business was much more fun. We had more joy making music with nothing but fun in mind, no rivalry, no petty squabble.
Yeah.
Everyone was just looking out for them brother, and the music was a family thing.
Yeah.
And it was evident in the vibe that we felt, even to this day when we play songs on that era.
It's a vibe thing.
Yes, I.
It's a vibe thing.
Yeah,
it's still a vibe thing. Reggae is always going to be a vibe thing, no matter what's going on in politics. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, you signed to Mercury Records?
Yeah, I signed to Mercury Records in 1992.
Okay, and that was Voice of Jamaica?
Yeah.
Voice of Jamaica album?
Yeah, well, you got your facts all together.
Oh, yeah. We haven't sounded enough research.
I called him the specialist.
Yeah, well, I don't gotta be sitting down and saying this, yeah. This is one of the easiest interviews I've ever done, man. Go on, man.
He's answering the questions for you. You tell all you that's what.
Okay, actually, I also read something else I didn't know about you. You were the first dancehall artist to sell out at the New York Paramount Theater.
Yeah, well, as a young man, the fans were very enthusiastic about my arrival into the big city.
Yeah.
And I was given the opportunity to do 2 concerts inside the Palladium inside Madison Square Gardens at the same night, one 8 o'clock and one 12 o'clock.
2 concerts, and the masses really came out to support those